I met Roomie today actually, and we went to just like I have a very embarrassing story, actually. So chat. Roomie is about to get her period as well. Because we're twinning like that. I don't know, but Roomie's about to get her period. I got my period. And I have like a pad inside my bag. And I'm going to just tell you this. Me and Roomie went out today, right? Story time. Sudden story time. But it is embarrassing. It's kind of cringe. But I'm going to pretend like this will never happen. Even Roomie didn't know. So if she's watching this, Roomie, this happened. So we were outside and we decided to go to the little toilet, right? And it's Saturday today, so it's really fucking crowded. There's so many people. There's like a long fucking line to go into the women's bathroom. So we waited there and I really needed to fucking piss. Like, I really needed to pee. So I went in first to the stall and I guess Roomie entered after. And as I was like in the bathroom, I heard Roomie being like, "Hey Mick, do you have like an extra pad? Because I think I'm getting my period." Like, she didn't say the last part, but obviously that's what anyone would ask a pad for. So she shouted at me, right? I was inside the toilet stall. So keep that in mind. I was in the toilet stall taking my good old trinkle, right? And I just heard like Roomie being like, "Mick, do you have a pad?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, give me a second." So I went out of the stall. And that's when I realized I don't know where Roomie is. Like, I don't know which stall Roomie is in. So I decided to be like, "Hey, where are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm right here." And she's like all the way in the other corner of the room. So I walked there. And I guess I was just too stupid. I didn't check. Like, I didn't knock the door and be like, "Here?" I didn't. I just guessed which door it was, took out a pad, and slipped it under the toilet stall, right? There's a little hole under there, and I just slid it under the toilet stall. And I was like, "Here you go." And then I heard Roomie, 2 stalls to my right, being like, "Where?" And this is crowded. Like, all the stalls are occupied. There is still a line of people waiting. I don't know who the fuck I just slided a pad to. Bitch! I was like, "Here you go!" And she's like, "Dimana?" Like, where? So, I had 2 choices. Number 1, I only had an extra pad. It's not like I had 2. I only had 1 extra pad. So I had 2 choices. 1, I could knock in the stranger's stall and be like, "Excuse me, can I have that back? I didn't mean to like, frisbee it your way." Or 2, I could do the weight of shame. And listen, chat. I did the weight of shame. I stood there in front of this person's stall. I said, "Give me a second," to Roomie. And I stood there in front of this person's stall. They opened it. We looked at each other and they just like walked away. They didn't even touch the fucking pad. Like, it's still on the floor. Right there. They just like left the toilet and I was like standing there. I was like, I just took the pad and like slid it to the right stall. But it was the most awkward thing ever. It's like an old lady. It was like this old lady. She looked at me. She was like, right? And I looked at her back. I was like, "Bitch, do not even utter a single word. Do not. Don't even talk. Don't even... No. Shut the fuck up." And I pretended like it didn't fucking happen. Because I was so fucking embarrassed that I wanted to die. But now I'll just admit that it happened. Because you know what, chat? If I let it out to stream, I'm not going to go to bed tonight thinking about it.